We are back here in Las Vegas. What a day, what a week of college basketball hoops in this city. Just such a spectacular event. The Geico Players era on TNT. And a good one here between the third-ranked team in the country, the Houston Cougars, who were the runner-ups last year to Florida. They will take on the Syracuse Orange out of the ACC. The Orange off to a perfect 4-0 start on the young season. Took over a few years ago for Jim Boeheim. Off we go here from Vegas.
And I think the biggest question for Syracuse, if you're missing Freeman, where do you go when you need a bucket? And I think we know just that. Georgia's going to have to play make on another level, and they're also going to have to open up things from beyond the arc. You beat one defender, you got to beat another.
Well, they know if there is quit, they're going to be on the bench by Kelvin Sampson. He doesn't stand for that. There's a shot in the corner. Down to 73-72 victory. Inside, George blocked. Who else? Tugler has 3, and we haven't even played 3 minutes. Up top there, Sadiq White. Always a lob threat, the freshman from Charlotte. Fleming's guarded by Betsy. Kick out, open look, Uzan from downtown.
And that's a freshman, Brandon.
Native. He's got a lot of people supporting him here today.
And I'm sure a lot of people cooking for him. Turkey Day coming up.
Yeah, right? Good time to go home. And meanwhile, Nathan George.
And Betsy and Kings, Anthony, the best three-point shooters, as Uzan can take on that one-on-one challenge, you're already at an advantage.
In the corner, Betsy knocks down the 3-ball. Play today. He was out last game with an ankle injury, but he's out there. Anthony! I think they're going to count that. Yes, they will. Basket interference. And Carmelo's son, Kyan Anthony, with a chance at a 3-point play. Harwell, another freshman, showing he's got the mid-range game, Isaiah Harwell. That's for Houston. Three-pointers are dropping. That one from Tyler Betsy.
Early in this first half, it's looking like they're ready to measure themselves up against the nation's best.
And look at this, a steal. Anthony throws it down. Shot fake, Betsy, he is feeling it.
Freeman, with him not out there, the other guys have room to be able to take advantage and move into different spots on the offensive end.
That's a tough take there from Milos Uzan. Kyle, he's been quiet this half. Good pass, a block by Tugler. Got to do something, Uzan with a step back. Follows up his own miss.
Syracuse did everything but block out.
And it leads to a triple by Fleming.
And Flemings makes him pay as Houston find ways to be effective in this Houston offense.
He's just 0 for 1 right now with Sinak. Kings lets it go. Yes. That stops the 11. Cross-court skip, wide open, Flemings, book it.
And right there, all that was initiated by...
Just a 2-point loss last year to the Gators. McCarty from the wing, yes.
And right there, Flemings controlling.
Yeah, this tournament is certainly a measuring stick for a lot of teams. 18 great programs here this week. That's a tough finish for the freshman Kingston Flemings.
Gym shoe.
He lost his right shoe. He puts it back on. 2 minutes to go in the half as Sharp drives to the basket. Airballed it. Up ahead. Anthony on the leak out. Avoids the contact.
And that's just well beyond your years. You got Kyan Anthony that slow.
Kings into Kyle. And Kyle goes up and throws it down. Short skip. Uzan underneath Tugler. Kicks it out. And Uzan, who knocked out a couple of those in the first half, hits another.
Together as a unit. I did follow up about the missed free throws, and if he addressed it at the half, he smiled. He said, "You just can't do it." They got to be confident. They got to make it here in that second half.
It has been physical from the jump. That goes! Nathan George putting the Orange back in front. Uzan. Sinak will try from outside, and that's the one he hits.
And if in isn't going, then you go out. What a luxury to be that versatile.
Now they penetrate inside. Uzan. Sinak. Now he's starting to turn up the heat. Chris Sinak Jr. has arrived in Vegas. Shot clock didn't reset. Uzan. Oh! The bank is open late in Vegas on a Monday night.
And sometimes when it's good, it is going. You got a great offensive rebound. The best time to take threes is on a kick out from an offensive rebound. George turning that down.
And it drops for Uzan. Kyle, right down Broadway.
And that's two. That is a man's jam right there. Doing a great job in the pocket. Pump fake into the outside and then...
Shot fake. Betsy. Air ball, but look who's there. Nate Kings. And you know what Melo told me? He said, get back on defense. Tugler lays it in. Uzan.
I just want to be careful. Tugler could have picked up his fourth foul on Kyle right there.
Kings through traffic. How about that? Nate Kings is the king right now in Vegas.
And Syracuse just playing hard. King in the aggressiveness that they'll allow Syracuse to play.
Little too tall for Kyle. 5 on 4 for Houston, and Uzan takes advantage. Carlos Uzan, the senior, against him right here in Vegas. Played for his dad Mike at Desert Pines High School. Laying it in, there is Sharp.
And that's called being sharp and understanding.
Shot clock at 5. Deep three. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Emmanuel Sharp.
Facing different types of teams, so it doesn't shock you in the NCAA tournament.
No goaltend. The putback is there for Khalifa Sacco. Attacking Anthony. And a rebound down to Kyan Anthony. Full head of steam. Starling. Euro step. Tough finish for J.J. Starling. This should be a tremendous game coming up next here on TNT. Inside, William Kyle, patient, and he puts it home.
As much time off the clock without turning it over.
They do turn it over. 2 on 3. Starling. Yes! And the foul. Syracuse will not go quietly into the Vegas night.
And fouled on the next. Right here, Sterling has made a living getting to the basket here. Has 9 points, 4 of 7 from the field. Let's see if he can. You got to have one at home, Brendan.
Yeah, but it's been behind glass for a few years, Candace. Tap back, and all of a sudden it's a 5-point game.
Well, that's a way to get 1 for 2 right there.
George with it. Led the conference in assists last year at ACC. Or at Georgia Tech, rather, gives it up. Oh, Kyle! The Red Sea parted!
And right there, Sinak Jr. making a mistake.
Freshman gives it up. Uzan. Everything is a battle. Syracuse has it.
And you got to push
Inside of a
pace.
minute.
You have numbers. You got to push pace.
They tie it. Betsy from downtown. High screen for Flemings. He navigates over to Sharp.
And right here, you got to make something happen.
That shot clock.
The basket.
4 seconds. Uzan. High in the air. secures it. The shot clock is off, and the Orange are going to have a chance to pull off a stunner.
And if you're Syracuse, you have to make sure that you take this shot with nothing left on the clock. You don't want to give Houston another opportunity to come down and score.
5 seconds. George with it. He penetrates. Inside Kyle. Blocked. Tugler erases it at the buzzer. And we have overtime in Vegas.
But done a great job this game defending the paint. That looked like a clean block. And again, almost coming down to the free throw line for Syracuse. But Tugler has been super active. 6 blocks on the day. Houston gets a chance to reset and understand how Syracuse went on this run.
Uzan over 20 points today. And right to the rim to start overtime.
And right there, I love that action. We call that Allen Iverson action. Him coming back to the middle.
Remember, Syracuse ended regulation on an 11-0 run. So first Houston bucket in a while. Kings has the answer. Sharp stops on a dive, fading away. How tough was that from Manuel Sharp?
And that right there, ball has to be in Sharp or Uzan's hands.
How about Sharp? Yes! 3 more for the senior from Tampa. Now Betsy goes to work on the freshman Harwell. Hanging. Missed everything. Again, Kyle saves it, and Starling scores it.
Syracuse has got to go quick on this possession.
George does. What a reverse. And a timeout taken by Adrian Autry as his team gets it back to 1 possession. About a 4-second difference here, shot and game clock.
And you got to play without fouling. You can't give Houston easy looks, but you also got to keep them out of the paint without putting them on the free throw line.
Oh, wow. A foul 40 feet from the basket. And a good shooter in Milos Uzan to the line. Perfect 5 of 5 for him at the stripe here tonight.
With no timeouts left.
And the veteran with ice water in his veins calmly knocks down both. And now Kelvin Sampson will take a timeout.
What they've lacked in years past, so I think they put a lot of people on notice regardless of this result.
Long 3, no good by George. Rebound comes down to Harwell. And now it's starting to slip away from the Orange.
Bro. Good news is they play tomorrow, so there's not going to be a lot of running.
So the door's still ajar here for Syracuse. Hoisting it up, Betsy. And now the final seconds will tick off. Houston escapes and remains perfect. Syracuse battled, but it's the Cougars in overtime. 78-74 in the final. What a game.
What a game. 2 teams, defensive-minded, hustle, physicality, and it's only November.
Yeah, we haven't even hit Thanksgiving, FYI, folks, but this one had that March feel to it here tonight in Las Vegas.